Well, UK news shows may not want to point this out, so let's do it for them. Inflation to May was 8.7%, so the 6% recommended by the pay review bodies for junior doctors is just another crappy real terms pay cut. And that's on top of a whole decade of crappy real terms pay cuts. So how exactly is that
a fair deal?
Junior doctors have suffered a massive 26% real terms pay cut since 2008. Almost half of them are now struggling to pay their rent and mortgages. And after several years of study, they've already amassed debts of about £100,000. And now the Prime Minister says if they won't accept another crappy real terms pay cut on top of a whole decade of crappy real terms pay cuts, he's going to impose, guess what? Another crappy real terms pay cut on them anyway. Imposition is not a negotiation, it's bullying and it's intimidation. If that's not appalling enough, if they won't roll over and accept what Sunak demands, he plans to strip them of their democratic right to strike, force them to work against their will and allow them to be sacked if they refuse. And he's doing all that whilst using an unprecedented abuse of power to strip back our right to protest. The whole country should be in outrage along with our media. Have we forgotten so soon that our junior doctors risk their very lives to keep us safe? The Prime Minister himself clapped and called them heroes. And now he plans to do this. And if all that's not bad enough, just listen to what our bonkers Health Secretary Steve Barclay has just told the Health Service Journal. The government is resisting what it believes are inflationary pay demands from junior doctors for the sake of NHS staff. Well, imagine the shock for the Health Secretary when he finds out junior doctors actually work in NHS hospitals. And he'll fall off his chair when he hears that according to the International Monetary Fund, it was rising corporate profits which have been the largest contributor to Europe's inflation over the past 2 years as companies increase prices by more than the spiking cost of imported energy. And both the Prime Minister and the Health Secretary actually want the public to believe giving junior doctors anything more than a crappy real terms pay cut will drive and embed high inflation. It's absolutely shameful. This claim's being rubbished over and over again by expert economists. It's just another shameful attempt by the government to cause division. We've just heard that MPs with second jobs are earning average wages of £233 an hour. And at the same time, the Prime Minister is telling the country imposing another crappy real terms pay cut on public sector workers.
A fair deal for workers.
After more than a decade of completely unprecedented wage stagnation, workers in the UK are £11,000 a year worse off. 2022 was the worst year for wage growth in nearly half a century. Average real wages in the UK will actually be lower in 2026 than they were in 2008. How about UK news shows pointing all this out?